Hello Slayers, welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm focusing on a topic that so act like the other audio that you just heard never happened. Okay, that was a complete mistake, but by the title of this video you probably already know what I'm finna talk about. And today we're just going to be talking about the pros and cons of Roblox enemy games. Not really the pros and cons, just the problem with it. That's what the title says. And I was going to do pros and cons, but there's not really much to go off of if I just do pros and cons. So all I'm going to be doing in today's video is just talking about the problem with some of these Roblox enemy games and what I hope to see in the future. Because boy, do we have a problem. Some YouTubers already took a whack at this and told you their opinions, but might as well tell you mine, right? Because this is actually a real problem with Roblox enemy games, and I just want to talk about it. So the first problem I want to talk about is just the lack of Roblox enemy games. We're not really getting a lot of Roblox anime games, and the Roblox anime games that we are getting, it's just mostly One Piece games, like One Piece Roblox anime games, and those are not really good too, which I'll talk about in a second what those really are, or at least what some of them are really are, because some of them that releases are kind of good and kind of unique, but some of them already died. So yeah, that's not really good. So yeah, we're not really getting much Roblox enemy games off of this, and that's not really good. So I hope we actually start to get more Roblox enemy games, and I hope they're not just One Piece, because we're just getting a lot of One Piece Roblox enemy games. And if it is going to be One Piece, please don't make it the same formula that I'm going to talk about in a minute. But for right now, we just talk about the lack, and the lack is not really good. So I hope we actually get off of this, as I said for the 10,000th time. So I'm going to move on with the second problem with Roblox enemy games. The second problem I have with Roblox enemy games is the lack of uniqueness. No, the lack of creativity. And what I mean by lack of creativity is what I just said, which is the lack of unique Roblox enemy games. Literally, all these are is just Roblox, One Piece, anime games that's just a cash grab. Like, all you do is really just bend and beat your way to the max level. Then all you do in the end is PvP. It's just a cash grab method that I guess these creators use to get money off of their game. Which, okay, I don't blame you. Make that bank whatever you can, but that's not really cool. There's just too much of the same game that happens. Like, for example, block fruits, which have been around for a lot. I think that's originally supposed to be a cash grab, but now I guess they're just expanding their game, stuff like that. But it's still not really good. What this game all is that you just literally go select a quest. Okay. After you select the quest, you wreak havoc on the quest you selected. Like just one random bozo you come up to, just said, please select the quest. You select the quest. Alright, you go, and then it tells you you gotta beat some bandits, right? So after you beat them bandits, you just get XP and money. That's literally all it is. And you do the same thing until you're max level, and once you're max level, all you do is just PvP. That's not really cool. That's what I mean by lack of creativity and uniqueness, because that's what really almost all these games are just are. That's not really something I want to see go down with Roblox anime games. We need more fun, creative, and unique Roblox games, because if we get those, that probably can be a lot of fun. And what we're getting right now is not a lot of fun. Now listen, there's nothing wrong with Roblox anime games using this formula of bandit beating, but it's how you use it is the problem. Like, for example, if I compare block fruits to Deep Awoken, yeah, what Deep Awoken had was that it was actually, you had to explore. Like, for block fruits, I literally said like 5 minutes ago or 1 minute ago was that all you do is select the quest and just bandit beat, right? And go to the next island, bandit beat. Then after you finish with that island, you go to the next island, and it's just a cycle until you're at end game, which is all you do is just, I guess, hunt for fruits or whatever, and just bandit beat. That's not really what I'm looking for. What Deep Walking does is a little different. You see, Deep Walking is actually expanded. It actually expanded its maps. Well, while Blox Fruits just have little maps, not really much expensive. A lot of bandit beating though, right? I mean, while Deep Walking does have bandit beating and PvP too, they do it really well. Like for example, as I said, you can explore in Deep Walking. That's a mechanic that really goes well in Deep Walking. Like for Blox Fruits, all you have to do is you find some islands, not really expensive, kind of like these little small islands that you just go on and just bandit beat. But with Deep Walking, you actually have to explore these islands to see if you're there or not. Like for example, this one island you start off on, it's really expansive. You can explore and stuff like that. And yes, it does have bandit beating, but the thing is, how they do it is a little differently. Like you have to actually explore and find these NPCs. And the UI of these NPCs are really advanced, so it's a little bit hard once you start off, but once you start to get a little bit into the game, it doesn't become that hard, at least not anymore. So yeah, once it's not become that hard, you can just take a hold of some of these NPCs. Some of them is not hard, and you know what? They actually have some monsters in it too, like some other creatures. Like, for example, a Sharko or a Golem, which I don't think Sharko came from that game. I think the Sharko came from like Dark Souls or something. But what I'm saying is, there's nothing wrong with bandit beating, but you have to actually make it creative. And what I mean by you have to make it creatively is that, you know, do something creative if you're going to go from that formula. If you're going for a different hardcore formula, maybe change it up a little bit. All I'm saying is we need more fun, unique Roblox anime games that's probably like Deep Awoken, because Deep Awoken is unique. It's fun. I like to play it. So as other people like to play it. So that's really all the two reasons I have.